It's greetings from Moldowneyville, and it's what's the website, Suzanne? Go ahead.
Muldowneyville.tripod.com. I'm not sure if it's /tripod or .tripod.
If
When I saw it on the monitor, it looked like a dot.
Well, if you do a search on it on a search engine, you could find out where it is. So just put Moldowneyville in there, and you could find out all the up-to-date happenings with Suzanne Muldowney. You could find out her website. I mean, it is her website, but you could find out about where she's going to be performing, what different events she will be hitting up. Right? Okay, you could come back to us. Thank you very much. Now, Suzanne, you've been doing a lot of radio lately. Is this true? How did that come about?
Someone named Tim Sabian contacted me from Sirius Radio, and he offered me my own hour-long broadcast every once in a while, but I'm not very happy about it being kind of overshadowed by my vulgar nemesis Stern.
Oh, why Stern is involved with the Sirius Radio? Well, there's other people that are on Sirius too.
Well, they
I know,
say a lot of legitimate celebrities are on it, but
Yeah.
but some people give me a hard time because they say it's on Stern's channel.
Oh, well, it is what it is. I know also Jake is also on Sirius Radio too. Jake Fogelnest, if anybody knows Squirt, right? So tell me more about this radio. Do you get phone calls? You get phone callers in there?
We do get some incoming phone calls, yes.
And have they been like malicious people or friendly people? What are people
Well,
like?
the last time I did it, there were no prank calls, but it's an abuse of freedom of speech when a prank caller calls in.
So you're very anti-pranks, huh?
Well, I've been conspired against and molested and
Molested?
mistreated all my life.
You don't mean physically molested. You mean like.
Sometimes in college I was physically mistreated.
Oh, okay. Like some wild jocks or something like that throwing stuff and things like that.
No, they were other students, and they had no manners. They assumed the right to make trouble for somebody who didn't seem to fit in with the rest of the college.
Well, what they do?
And they were not student council officers or any kind of students in authority. They were just ordinary students, and they were not faculty members.
Would they berate you or be mean, or what's their deal?
They would barge into my room, steal my property, and physically molest me.
Steal your property? What would they take? I mean, what are they looking at taking?
Well, one student admired this white leather skirt I had with fringe on the bottom. She said she wanted it, and I didn't know where she could get another like it. So one time she tricked the dormitory monitor into giving her the main key so she could go into my room and steal it. And then I couldn't figure out where to have it. And then one day she was parading around the hall wearing it, and I instantly recognized that she had stolen it, and she was forced to give it back.
And they gave it back.
Yeah, but see, the college didn't contact her parents or anything, or make her parents take action against her for what they'd done. None of the dormitory monitors, when they knew that other dormitory students were making trouble for me, ever contacted the malicious students' parents.
Now, is this the same one that tried to molest you too, or no?
It was a different one.
Okay. It was all girls, right?
It was a girls' college.
Okay, very good, very good. So it was no shady dealings. It was just somebody just barged in there and tried to bother you.
I suffered all the time I was in college because malicious dormitory students, and sometimes even commuter students too, assumed the right and authority to make trouble for me.
Oh, well, I'm glad you don't have to go through that now. Now you're your own woman. You have your own place, and people can't barge in.
Well, people who place prank phone calls to my radio station are still examples of discourtesy, and I'm still, and there's still some sites where I'm in parades where people make trouble for me. I risk being barred from future participation in parades because these harassers cause me to lose face with the organizers and the local police departments.
Wow. Okay. So, well, it's stuff to keep in mind. So, come on, mind your manners, guys. Very important stuff. Any other messages you have to give out to the people before we wrap up?
I said this about people making trouble for me, don't be surprised if later on you pay a penalty when you least expect it. Grown-ups who were molesters risk their children continuing the tradition, and then it would come back to haunt them, because then you would have to take action. Children who are harassers now risk having their children being troublemakers, when they become parents. And then as parents, they'll receive the complaints and will have to take action. And don't forget, God is keeping watch and will give everybody their just desserts in the end.
So God will mete out justice in the end.
Yes.
So you hear that, guys? Better watch your act. So do the right thing. Don't front. And, be kind to your fellow person, man. Come on.
Because some people, when they bother me, demonstrate outwardly their disregard for the golden rule.
And the golden rule is?
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Wow. All right. Well, that's good advice. I wonder who wrote that. No, I'm just kidding. Jesus wrote that. All right. So cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, mind the golden rule. Don't front. And have a very, very excellent Underdog 45th anniversary. So coming.
Underdog 45th anniversary classic.